UX questions. Your user experience questions answered in 3 minutes or less.
Tommy from Santa Ana, California asks, I've been a designer for 12 years now. I'm managing a product team of 4. Managing feels very different. What can I do to grow as a leader? I love that question. Thanks for asking, Tommy. This is UX question number 85, and I'm Ben Judy. How can I grow as a design manager? Tommy, first, congratulations on being a new manager. Second, I love that you point out that managing UX people feels different. It requires, in fact, almost a completely different skill set than being a design contributor. I would start by identifying job responsibilities or aspects of your role as a manager and focus on one or a few that you're weakest in and that you want to grow in. There are many books and blog articles and lists of management role competencies that you could look at. If your employer uses a particular list or framework, I would start there. For example, the consulting firm Korn Ferry has a list of 38 leadership competencies. Link is in the description. These are qualities of managers, such as instills trust, manages ambiguity, optimizes work processes, and financial acumen. You can look over this list and identify areas you want to get better at. I recommend finding a mentor, a more senior manager who is strong in the areas you want to grow in. And I would ask your team to give you honest, direct feedback. How do they think you're doing in those competencies? Ask your HR or learning department if there are courses you can take or other development opportunities they recommend. One of the unique challenges of transitioning from a career as a design contributor into design management is balancing your role as creative director versus people manager. You're probably going to need to do both, assess design quality and ensure designers deliver the right outcomes in their project work, and also do all the people management functions, such as performance reviews and coaching them through conflict. But it may not be a 50-50 split. Depending on your company culture, the maturity of your design team, and other factors, you may need to act more or less as the creative director versus the people manager. This is a common area where new design managers struggle. They show up to work thinking they need to be engaged heavily in the design work. That's familiar to them. But they neglect the coaching and mentoring and leadership aspects of management. A career as a designer doesn't really teach you those skills, so I would study up. Find a good mentor, listen to your team, and put some effort into building new muscles as a people manager and team leader. Keep asking your questions about UX. Next time, I'll answer the question, how can I make my website more accessible? Hey, it's Ben Judy. Thanks for listening to another episode of UX Questions. I invite you to support UX Questions on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/UXQuestions. For the price of a cup of coffee or two each month, you can become part of the UX Questions community, and you can earn different perks at each level of support. Patreon members get a free sponsorship spot or personal message placed at the end of an episode. You can join live group Q&A chats with me and other members. You can get early access to new videos and podcasts as soon as editing is finished. Plus, you can get direct access to download the full video and audio library of UX Questions content. And there's so much more. I really appreciate your membership support through Patreon. Visit patreon.com/UXQuestions and start your membership today.